So, Domino, you're welcome. You're welcome. So, today
Thank you, sir.
we are talking about function. A function is an embedded code that we can call at any time to perform a specific task. So, a function is a code that is embedded. When we call that code, it will perform a specific task, just like the maximum function. So the maximum function has an inbuilt code that make up that function called maxim. And this is an example of the maximum. This is the code that is being run at the back end of the maximum function. So they use the sorted list. Then once they sort this list, then they reverse it to the ascending order, which the ascending order automatically the first index take the highest, then we index it to bring out the index, and which the index is 50, which the index is 50. Okay, now look at this. Let's print out this sort. Okay, are you with me? So I want to print out the sort to see what happen.
Yes, I'm with you, sir.
Yes, I want to print out the sort to see what happen at the back end. Okay, now look at our previous list. Did you see our previous list? Our original list started with 20,
Yes.
9, 14, 7, 8, 11, and 50. Now, when we use the sorted and reverse it to the ascending order, automatically the index number takes 0. The highest number takes 0. Now, we index the highest number. Then it will now be our maximum number. This is what happened here in the back end. So, are you with me? Do you understand it very well?
Yeah, you just that it just started to break now, the audio. Okay, I think it's back now.
Okay, no problem.
Yes, but I think I got what you did.
Okay.
So you sorted it. Is it in ascending or descending order, please?
In ascending order, from the highest to the lowest, the descending number is the lowest to the highest. Do you remember? Ascending
Okay, sir.
is highest to lowest, while descending is lowest to highest. Hmm?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So now we want to look on how we can also sort using the reverse. Remember our reverse method, use dot reverse. When we reverse this, okay, now let me print our list, my list, so that you see the current list that we reverse. So let's see. Okay, now when we create our original variable, then reverse it. When we reverse it, you will see it will the highest will now be the first, while the lowest will be the last. Now this is how the reverse came out. Then we are going to index the first index automatically the first index collect the highest number. This is how we create
Yeah.
a maximum function, a maximum function. Okay. Now we can also use this, we can also sort. When we sort, the highest becomes the lowest. Now let's see this print print out of this using the sort. Let's see. Now when we sort we use, okay, when we sort, I'm coming. I'm not supposed to put it there. Okay. Now, okay. When we sort, it will arrange everything accordingly. You see, it arrange it from from the lowest to the highest accordingly. In
Right to the highest.
yes, in a right arrangement.
You're in a
Yes,
ascending order.
yes, in an orderly.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So then we index with -1. Remember when we are indexing, we at the backward indexing, you can index the last with -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 and like that. Did you remember? Hello?
Yes, sir, I do, sir.
Okay. Now still the same way. This
Yes, I do.
this is the same way it applies. Okay. Now we can also use
All right, sir.
if statement to check for the highest number, to check for the highest number. Okay. Now to check, we created a number, a list of number, then we arrange it from as for the ascending, from the ascending descending order, from this descending order. Okay. Now we index it, we index 0, right? We index 0. We said for num in numbers, for num we created a variable name called num. In these numbers, in this list of numbers, if num is lesser, is greater than the highest, and the highest is equal to null, the highest is equal to null, you will write it will print out the highest number is um index number. Now when we run it, automatically if num is inside dis numbers, den the number is greater than um the highest number, meaning, so we are creating a variable, we don't know what the variable is, and we are telling the system that if this number is greater than the highest number we index, meaning is the highest number, is equal to the highest number. Then this is how e search for it and print out 50. When we run it, it will print out 50. Okay. We can also use this method. Okay, we have a list of numbers. We can just directly index. We can directly index. When we index
Okay.
when we index it, it will print out the highest number, the lowest number. We can just say because we already know the lowest, we already know the highest number. We can just index directly. Okay, but this is not the right code. It's not
Okay.
advisable, but this code are advisable to use when you want to create a function. Okay. Now we are entering a function declaration. Now we want to know how to declare this function, how those people declare it, how they make it. Did you get what I just explained? We want to know how to declare this function or create the function on our own. So, so,
Alright, so
so now to declare a function, this is def. Means default. Def is also used to create a function. Now this is our function name. We can give it anything. It's just like a variable name. We can give it anything we wish to give the function. You can decide to choose a name which your function will bear. Now then we close it with bracket and a colon. Then we want to print this is a function. We want to create a function. This is a function. Now I've explained this for you. When I run it, it will print this is a function. Now let me call out the function. Let's say function. Let's say function. Let me copy this. If I run it, the function will show this is a function. Did you see it? Did you see it look like the maximum function?
yeah,
It looked like the maximum.
yes, yes, sir.
So this is how
Function.
to get a function. So with this method, you will be good in creating function. This is an example. And also, we want to also look on how we can create a simple addiction and some addiction to perform some simple tasks like addiction. Now, when we want to create a function, we should also remember that when we give a variable name, if it's a mathematical operation, we have to pass in parameters. This is the parameters where we want to pass. Okay. Now we created a variable name called C, and we need two parameter A and B. We want to add A and B together, then print C. Once we return C, return also produce the output. Once I run it and I called the function. Okay, I'm coming. When I call the function, I declare a
Yes, sir.
variable E. I've already declared a variable E. Now I call the function add to number. Then I pass in the parameters. I pass in the parameters. I want to add 14 and 5. When I print it out, it will print 19. When I run it, it will print 19. Did you catch what I just explained?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So this is how a function work. A function work. So this is the result. Still the same way we can also modify. We can also modify it to look more mature. It's still the same code. Still the same code. Okay. It's still the same
Okay,
code.
sorry, please, can I ask a question?
Okay. Ask.
Okay, thank you, sir. I noticed some functions we used
I'm not hearing you.
should I say predefined I noticed some functions we used are, should I say, predefined now, like they already exist in the system, while some we are the one actually making them. Is there like a different name for them, or they are all functions?
Their own function. You can choose to give them your own name if you wish to create one. Like
Okay,
so, okay.
all right,
I'll
thank you
just
so
give
much.
you an example, like the maximum. When you want to create
Yeah,
your own, you can also choose a name which you want to give it. You get.
okay, yeah, 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 I get.
So I don't know why justice is not in place. So we want to create a function that we greet us. We say hello, and then it will call in our name. Once I create a function called default greet, it greets, then I pass in the parameter name, then a return name, a string name, and then the hello name. Once I call in the function, it will print the name. Now see what happened here. Yeah, we create a user which we are going to input our name, then our output is equal to greet because we already created a function called greet. Now we pass in the user inside the greet, then we print the output. Now when we run it, it will tell us to input our name. Okay, let's say, let me input my name. Let's say instructor Moses. I'm coming. Let me run the first. I've not run the first. So now let me run it again. Let me insert my name, instructor Moses. Now, did you see it automatically greets me, hello, instructor Moses, because we already defined what we want a function to do. Hello, hello, Dominion, Dominion.
Okay.
Did you hear what I just
Yes,
said?
I'm right here with you, sir.
Okay. Now,
Yes, I've seen the function printing out the greeting and instructor Moses.
okay. And still the same way we can also perform the greets. That can also create I can also pass in the parameter to greet you also. And also, um, this is a function to check for maximum number. This is where we come to reality. Did you remember when we are using a maximum function? Now this is the simple code that make up that function. Now when we created a function called max, then you see there is a maximum function before already, right?
Yes.
Now we are naming our own now, maximum, max. We are also naming our own max, right? Now
Okay, the same name as the
The
initial
original,
one.
yes. So
Yes. Okay.
now we pass in a variable called LST. Now we say if maximus is equal to LST index 0, meaning LXT, it should index LXT. It should index LXT. Now, for number in LXT, if number is greater than the maxi, then maxi is equal to number, then print max. I hope you understand sha what I am just explaining. I hope you understand. If you no understand, just
Okay. You said for number in LST, if num is greater than max,
yes,
max should be equal to num.
yes. Okay,
Please, can you just explain that for loop again?
okay. Now just look at it. We have a function called mass which we just created, and we pass in a variable parameter called LST. Did you see it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen
And
it.
we created a variable which we are going to pass in to this maximum. We are going to assign it to this maximum, to this max job.
Okay. Yeah, I get.
You remember this is an empty list.
Yes.
This is an list. Empty list which we are indexing. Remember we are indexing. We created a variable. Now we are indexing it. I hope you got this. You understand this part.
Yeah, yes, I am.
Now this is where the real code comes in. You said for number in LST, because we have already created, because we are going to create a list of number. We are going to create a list of number. Then we say for number in LST, this parameter we just define LST. For number
Mm.
in LST, for number in LST, if the number is greater if it's greater than max, then max is equal to num, and then print max. Do you understand?
Yeah, 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 I get it now.
So I just want you to know that once we created a variable name called max and a variable name called LST, the parameter, and we are indexing it because we don't know. So definitely we are going to create a list of number which we are going to use this mass to sort out. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, normally
Yes,
in
sir.
our real life code, when we copy this, we want to index in our real life code. Remember, let's say we name this
Yeah,
LST. Huh?
LST.
Did you see that we
Yes, LST.
automatically index this?
Exactly. Automatically indexed inside the list.
Yes, now we don't want to do it like that. We don't want to do it like that because
Okay.
we are creating a function. We don't know the list of number that would come, the list of
Yeah.
so that is why we just leave it like this first. We leave it like this, then we created a max then LXT. We pass in parameter LXT so that with this function we can be able to perform any calculation in any list.
Yes, no.
So now we created a list called num, then we call out our max. When we call out max and pass in this variable called number, it will print the result for us. Okay. Now I want you to go home, practice practice a program that allow you to collect a sequence of digit which require you to input a maximum number using a function. I want you to go on practice on it, um practice on it,
All
understand
right. So
that collect maximum multiple number. Just practice on it, then I don't want to show you the code, just practice on it which will collect maximum number, like a list of numbers. Okay,
yeah.
so this a simple code to greet, we have already talked about it. Now this is a simple calculator. The a simple calculator function. Remember our function in our calculator that we can tap on to perform the addition, the subtraction, the multiplication, the division. This is the code that is being embedded in those functions in our calculator. You remember in our calculator you can just two plus two, we just press sum in our calculator. Hello, hello.
Yeah, I can hear you, sir. Sorry, I muted my mic.
Okay. And in our calculator, when we plus two plus one, we use the sum to perform addition, right?
Yes.
uh That sum has a embedded code in it that perform the simple calculation. So this is an example of a simple calculation. So we are creating a default.
Okay.
We are creating a function called calculator.
Yeah.
We are creating a function called calculator. Calculator, we are not going to pass
Okay.
in parameter. We are not going to pass in any parameter because we want the user to just input, then it will calculate for us. So now
Okay.
we collect two inputs, num1, num2. Then when we enter the num1 and num2, then it will also ask us to enter the operator we want to calculate, whether it's addition
Okay.
operator, whether it's a multiplication operator. Did you get what I just did here?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, 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 I understand, sir.
first of all, it will ask us to input num1, it will ask us to input num2 and the operator we want it to perform. Then we say if operator is equal to um this plus in string plus, then it should return num1 plus num2. If the operator is equal to minus, it will return num1 minus num2. This is how it works. It will check for the operator. If the operator matches with all this, it will know exactly the operation you want to perform.
What to
Then
do?
yes, then it will return cannot divide by zero if you produce a number by zero, because when a number divide
Yeah.
by, if zero divide zero, it cannot divide zero, then it will
Yes.
return
True.
cannot return you cannot divide by zero or invalid operator. When we run it, then we call out our operator name, our function name called calculator. We can assign a variable called result. When we assign a variable called result, then we call out our function. We call out our function, then we print result. It will impute. It will impute. You see,
Yeah.
we cannot call out this function on its own like that. We have to assign a variable. That's why we assign a variable result. Now, when I run it, it will ask us to
Mm.
num1, num1, and num2. Then it will ask us to impute the operator we want to use. Okay, let me choose the minus operator or the plus operator regards. So let me use the minus operator. Once I enter
Yeah.
it, it will perform the calculation. Well, when 4 minus 5 is minus 1, this is how the calculation.
-1.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
this is how the calculation works. You have to impute what you want it to perform. I remember I talked about palindrome checker, how to check for palindrome in our previous class. But this is how to use a function.
Yes, in our last class.
Yes,
Yes.
this is how to use a function to check for palindrome. So this is how to use a function to check for palindrome. This is a simple code to check for it in our previous class. I talked about this before in our previous class.
Yes, sir.
So now we have to create a
Yes, sir,
function.
you did.
Yeah, we have to create a function called is palindrome. Then we pass in string. We are going to say string. This I want you to know that this string we just pass in is like just anything we want to pass in. We don't want to work with it, but we don't want there to empty. We call it string. You get.
Okay.
So we said clean. So I want to explain this for you now. Just watch me what I want to explain. Just listen to what I want to explain. First of all, we created our default name called def. Then is palindrome. There is our variable name. Now we want to pass in a parameter called string. String. That is the name we want to pass in. String. Now we want to assign the string. We want to assign the string, passing the string to a variable called clean string. Now we create an empty string dot join string dot split. Split it to separate. Now when we impute or type in a variable a word to this string. Hello, are you with me?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm with you, sir.
okay. When we type in like this string we created, empty string we created, this is the name we assign it to, right? So
Yeah, string.
when we pass in anything, because look at it here, when we are calling our function, we are going to pass any word
Yeah.
in a string. I want you to know that this string is also
Okay.
representing this string, empty string there. So we have to join it with a string dot, with a string. We don't want to call the empty string.
String.
Now
Okay.
we are going to use this. Then we call it dot split. Split meaning separate every word, split every word, then in a lower case. After then, this variable name, then we are going to slice it. If the slicing method of this code is equal to the original word, do you understand? If the slicing of this code is equal to the original word, then print out true or false. It's going to print out true or false. Now, okay, hope you understand what I just explained. Hello,
Yes, sir, I'm with you, sir. Yes, I understand.
you understand? Ask question. I know this place is kind of tricky. Ask question if you want to ask. I just want you to understand.
Okay, you drum and you used the keyword string so that you should not leave it blank. Then you created a variable clean string and then dot join. I think that's the line I'm having little issues. That line of dot join string dot lower.
Okay, okay. Now,
Yeah.
okay. We created empty
Yes.
string, which we are going to impute the word we want to check, right?
Yes.
Now, we say split every word. This level, it will split it, then later join it again. It will, after splitting it, it will check if the word, if the word
Okay.
matches with the original word. This join is like after you have split it like this. Let me show you something. Okay, let me create level. Let's say level. Now we said this join, we create this join is a function, right? It's a function. Now after we have
Yes.
split every word inside here, we pass in every word we pass in a when we want to call in the function to perform the palindrome checker. So
Operation.
the
Okay.
operation, yes. After we have imputed the word, it will split every word one after the other. It will split it. It will split it. It is split it. Then later
Open
join
prompt.
every word
Voila,
back.
voila.
It will later join it back. Did you get?
Yeah, yeah, I get.
So automatically
So it
every,
like gives space.
yes, give space to it and it will split it, separate it and join. It just like separate and join. Do you understand?
Okay.
Separate every word,
Okay,
each
sir.
letter. You want to test each letter. It will split them and join them back. Then any word you imputed, automatically it will change it to lower case. Remember, remember this code.
Yeah.
Even if you put
Yeah,
it,
remember the function.
even if you put it at capital letter, it will change it to lower. Then this is the original word we have split, right? The original word we split and join, right? Then when we index it,
Yes.
you remember when we index it, we index one after the other. We pick one after the system index one after the other, like arranging them one after the other, alphabetically, one after the other. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So now it will test one alphabet if it matches with the other alphabet. It will test the other alphabet if it matches with the other alphabet. It will test it if it matches with the other alphabet. Now it's just like we are reversing this. You understand? It's just that it's just
Okay.
like we are
Okay.
reversing this level. We want to reverse it
Okay, sir.
using this code, then go back and test the original word. If after reversing, if the first letter matches with the original letter and the second letter matches with the original letter, then it's a palindrome. But if it did not matches with it, it's not a palindrome. Do you understand?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I think I do.
Okay, yes. This is how it works. So let's check for a palindrome. Let's run it and check. You see, this should be put level. So give me an example of a palindrome.
Mm-hmm. EYE.
Okay, EYA. Let's try. It's a palindrome. It's true. It's true. You see,
Yeah.
this string is just like this. We just change it from the normal symbol to the letter string. You get.
Yes, sir.
So then it will break it one after the other, and when we slice it, it slice one after the other and reverse it, then check back again if the original one word matches with the reverse word. Okay, now let's check for other word
Yeah.
that is not a palindrome. Let's say let's say girl. A girl is not a palindrome. It's false. Did you see?
Yeah.
So this is a
Yes, sir.
okay. Do you remember Factorial in school? Factorial. They talk about Factorial in computer science. We work with mathematics, right? They also mention Factorial. They also talk about
Yes,
combination
sir.
and permutation.
Yeah.
So do you still remember the formula for Factorial?
I think it's formula for what is it called, sir? I forgot it.
Factorial. Okay. If you did not
Okay,
remember
n factorial divide by, is it n
fact,
minus r factorial, then r factorial.
so and I did not get you.
Okay, I said n factorial
Fact
divide by n minus r factorial,
n
then close bracket r factorial.
n
That's
minus
combination.
Okay, that's combination, ba.
Combination.
So I don't mix them up.
okay. I don't know. This is a combination, right?
Yeah, I've forgotten it. I've forgotten the formula for
Okay. Did
factorial.
you did you remember this? Did you remember this formula? Hello? This is factorial.
It
Yeah,
Okay.
actually looks
Now,
that's
familiar.
factorial.
huh?
That's factorial.
That's factorial, right?
That's factorial.
Yes. Now let
Yes,
me
but the exclamation should be at the end.
okay at the end.
That 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 exclamation before that here.
So now let me show you the view. Let me search for factorial in Google so that you can see it. Factorial. So I will share my screen to that when it's open. So just stay patient. Okay, I'm coming now. Okay, let me share my screen.
Yes. Yes, sir.
So I guess we are going to round up this class by or Wednesday or Friday. So are you seeing my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now, just Dominic, can you mute your mic? So, hello?
Yes, I get.
Okay. And Justice, have you
You mean the week two assignments? You mean the you mean the week two assignments? Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. I will look into that. That's-
The assignment
I have also not been able to, but I will try and do that.
to try
Yes, sir.
because the next class is next class is class, and that is our last topic for network. So we are going to move to data analysis after class. Okay. Okay. This please also add this assignment to it. How to check for leap year checker and temperature converter. Hello. Hello. Did you get what I just said?
If I got you
If I
right,
got you right,
you were saying
you were
you
saying
add
you add
what you just
what
showed
you
me
just
that I
showed me
should
that I
assign.
should assign.
Dominion. Dominion, meet your mic first.
Okay. All right. I think I said if I got you right, I think you were trying to say that, like what you're trying to show us, how to get temperature and like you said, it's part of our assignment, something similar. That's oh okay.
Hello.
Okay, so
Okay, just make it just like a simple project.
Yes, I did.
I just want to get from each of.
Okay.
okay.
Well, for me, go ahead.
Go ahead.
So Dominion speak. Just
All right. For me, I would say you have really been doing a very good job, sir. Because sincerely speaking, teaching on its own, just mere teaching, is not easy. Not to even compare it with teaching a programming language for most of us starting from scratch even till this particular level. It's not really easy at all. And we really appreciate the fact that you are not just about us rushing to the finish of the course, but trying to make sure we get everything we are doing before we move on. So I will say you are really doing a great job. Seriously, keep it up, sir.
No problem.
Yeah. Okay. I think I've said this before, and I'll just keep saying it again. It's not coming from your part and from your end, and it's something of value. It's something of value, and it's worth it. Maybe I should put it that way. It's worth it. No. Well,
Well,
um, I think when you still come to things like this, it still boils down to each individual in the long run. In as much as you try to cajole people or try to encourage people, so in the long run, or the best question one will still ask himself is why are you, or why are you doing actually doing this, and why do you want to involve yourself in this? So these are questions that one is ask him or herself. So if one can really answer those questions, then I think that answers it. In as much as you cajole people or try to encourage people, at the least best, they still have to be a form of, okay, I think I want to do this because of social things, and how I want to position myself in the long run, and things I intend to do with what I'm doing. So that's how it.
okay, for me, I would say since from the beginning of the class, I have noticed Fatima is someone who actually, with the way I noticed the class going, I can say she has little experience or knowledge about this Python, even better than some of us think we do. And we really can't conclude, but probably if not for the health challenges she had, probably she may still be with us. But I feel if she still have it in mind, if she still have it in mind and already have prior knowledge on this that we have done, then maybe she could still join us even as we go towards the conclusion. Yes, because
Okay.
wanting to say maybe she fixed a private class with you to catch up with us may be really stressful on you, knowing the sacrifices you may have put in place to give this time to us. So if she is able to grasp all that we have done so far, then I think she can just catch up and continue with us.
It's fine. Uh, moving to court, to me, I would say that guys the training is not too long again.
Yeah, amen.
So and Dominion,
Yes, sir.
okay. After Thursday,
Okay, if I get you right, like if a project come to me, how long it will
yes,
take me? Actually, it depends on the type of the project and the resources I'll be needing to do
every
such.
resources will be given to you.
Okay,
Every resource, just for you to analyze what.
okay. Just depending on
I
the
will
type
teach you
of
the
the.
process of analysis,
Okay,
but you all is just to analyze and give us your feedback and defend for us.
okay. So I would say depending on the size of the project, project with a large data sets may take a bit longer than that with small data sets. But in less than a week, should be able
No
to
problem.
analyze.
Okay, in line with what Dominion just said, I think let's say 1 week yes.
Yeah,
Every data set, the data set I will give to you is what I will give to justice. But your analysis will be different from justice. Your report will be different from justice. That is what I want from you guys.
okay,
I don't want you to give me exactly what you analyze. I don't want justice to give you exactly what you analyze. I want you to analyze your own using your own pattern and still give the same information, which justice also give the same information, but not in different analysis pattern.
okay, sir.
Okay, I think we have come to the end of this training. Do you
Yeah, thank you, and you too, sir. Have a good night rest.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.